So, Ambassador, what was decided at this year's summit? What are the key outcomes?
Well, I mean, first of all, there was that moment of celebration of NATO's 75th anniversary, and the US did a fantastic job in marking that in a very appropriate way, because we should always remind ourselves just how unique NATO is. 32 allies who have come together, made a sacred commitment through Article 5 to our collective defence, and that's the bedrock of our freedom, of our ability to live by our own values. But it was always important for us and for other allies that this not be just a moment of celebration, but also a moment of substance. So we saw a very substantive package on Ukraine. We had President Zelensky attending again this year. So we moved the language forward on membership. We launched a new NATO mission on expanding NATO's role on coordination of training and equipment for Ukraine. We have a new senior civilian representative in Kyiv who will lead the alliance's work there. We've got a financial pledge. And also, critically, we had announcements on new supplies for Ukraine, including the 5 Patriot systems and others from the UK and others. There was good discussion on Russia and the need to update our long-term strategy with regard to Russia, but also for us to be responding to and addressing the challenges of Russia's increasingly aggressive hybrid campaign within Europe. There were an excellent set of outcomes on the wider transformation of the alliance, and we saw 23 allies now at 2% of GDP or more. We had the new defence industrial pledge, which Sir Stuart mentioned earlier we should dig into, which I think for us was a very, very high priority out of the summit. But also lots on a new cyber centre, on AI and new technologies, helping the alliance prepare for the next 75 years as it has been so successful in its first 75. And then finally, I think lots of work on deepening our global partnerships. We had the Indo-Pacific 4 leaders there, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, and the Republic of Korea for the 3rd summit in a row, talking about the indivisibility of our security and the importance of cooperation, but also the appointment of a new envoy to lead work on the alliance's engagement with the South, primarily Africa and the Middle East. So it was a moment of celebration, but there was also a lot of substance in there across a very wide ranging agenda.